Hey guys, my name is Claire and I'm from Lakeside Fairies, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these 3 little dog toys, and here's the third one. And you can make this donut on a rope and it's squishy, this rattly candy toy, and this really small miniature tug-of-war rope, but you can make it any size you want. So, you can leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and keep on watching to the end of the video, so yeah. Today you'll be needing 2 different kinds of string, one that's thin and one that's thick, and mine is like little dogs on it. It's really cute. And then you'll also be needing 3 pieces of fabric, some beads, a little ball that has no holes, but mine did have holes, so I just hot glued them off, and then you want 1 hole in the ball, and mine's plastic, but yours could be like a mini tennis ball. And make sure the beads can fit in that little hole. Then you'll also be needing hot glue gun sticks, hot glue sticks for the hot glue gun, and then scissors and fluffing. Alright, so for this project, you'll be needing the little ball with the 1 hole in it, some fabric, mine's like fluffy fabric, those beads, the hot glue gun, and the thin string. So first what you want to do is, if your ball has holes in it, glue them all off, and if it doesn't, you're lucky. And then you can cut a little hole in it. If it already has a little hole in it, then you're also very lucky, but unfortunately, I'm not. And then you're going to want to take the beads that can fit in this little hole and put the beads in there. Once you're done putting the beads in, hot glue the hole shut, or just, leave it like that if it's a tennis ball. And then put it in the middle of the fabric. And then fold one end over, like that. And then you're gonna want to glue it to where this touches that. Like so. So it's gonna look like a candy whenever we're done. All right, now make sure that the little ball inside stays in the middle, or otherwise, well, unless you glued it right there. But otherwise, if you didn't, make sure it stays in the middle. Now you can cut your string. It doesn't matter how long it is, as long as it can fit around this. So you're going to want to cut 2 pieces. You're going to want to hot glue the string to the little piece, like that. And make sure that there's like a little end up there. Like that piece up there, those are shorter than this. Alright, so once that dries, you're going to want to pull this over like this. And then just keep on wrapping around and around and around. And then once you get to the end, you're going to want to glue it. So do that on both pieces. In the end, you'll have something like this. And sorry for the background noise. My clock is going off, which means that it is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11 o'clock right now. So it's going to look like this, and it's going to rattle because of the beads inside. So yeah, this is more for smaller dogs, unless you want to make a bigger version, because I can tell you this, big St. Bernards and German Shepherds could probably eat this. So yeah, this is for like little Shih Tzus and Silky Terriers. For the next project, you are going to need 1 long piece of the thin rope, and then 3 big pieces of the thicker like rope, and then 2 like really smaller pieces of this thinner rope. First, take those 3 thicker pieces of rope and braid them together like this. And mine is for like a medium dog because it's a little bit longer. But you can make yours as big as you want to. And if it's a big dog like a St. Bernard or a Golden Retriever, then I would use some pretty thick rope. Now, make sure, because I tend to notice that whenever you braid like this kind of rope or string, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't like to braid easily. So if you're using this kind, I would like kind of stretch it a little bit, and yeah, that'd be good. So what I did to keep it like this without tying a knot in it, at the time I didn't want to tie a knot, I just hot glued it at both ends. But right now what we are going to do is on each end, pull it together and twist it, and then tie a knot on it. So now if you want to, you could take this long rope and you could wrap it around this one like this, which would be really cute and make it a lot more stronger. But this is for little dogs for me, so I don't really need to make it very strong. So yeah, I'm not going to, but you sure can. And all you would do is hot glue that in place. But the next thing you're going to do is to take these 2 red pieces that you got, the smaller ones, and then just wrap them around the knot to use a color difference, or it could just be a thinner version of what you had. But yeah, wrap it around the knots, and then hot glue it. So once you have done that, all you need to do is cut off the ends. So yeah, that's how you make this little mini tug-of-war rope. And remember, mine started about this big, and it became this big. So this is now like a miniature Chihuahua size. So if you're going to make one for a big dog, you're going to have to use a lot of rope. So for the next one, you're going to be needing a longer piece of thin rope or thick rope, whichever one you want, fluffing, and some stretchy fabric, and then some like pretty decorative fabric. And last but not least, a handy dandy hot glue gun. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is take your stretchy fabric. Mine's orange right now, because mine's mainly for a boy, but you know, whatever color you want, but it must be stretchy. And then you're going to want to put a long strip of glue right here. And then you're going to flip this piece over like this to remake a tube. And then make sure in here is like there's air in there. It's not flat, like you didn't glue it. And then you're just going to want to keep on rolling it until you get to the end, and then glue the end. So then you have something like this where it's open through here and it goes all the way to the end. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your fluffing and then just stuff it to where it's full and it can't go anymore. And yeah, so that your dog can like chew on it. Alright, so now you should have something like this. And you could glue off these ends so the fluffing doesn't come out. Alright, so since it's going to become a donut, simply just fold it around like this and then hot glue it. So it's going to look like this. Alright, so now you should have something like this. And yeah, it looks like an orange donut. So take the part where you have the seam and then put this fabric over top and then cut around it to make it like a circle, and you could do whatever you want. Like you could put like little zigzag lines in it, whatever you want. And yeah, mine's yellow and white chevron. And then you're going to want to cut a hole in the middle where the donut hole part would be, and then glue it on there. So now you should have something like this, so it looks like a donut. So next we're going to cover up this huge ugly seam right here, which is probably the ugliest. And all I'm going to do is take this string and wrap it around this, just like this, one time. So it becomes like a little loop around the donut, and then you have the extra string attached, so it'll become a donut on a rope.